Oh, that's so... Oh. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are MOKKA Reacts. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Mesel.
And today we'll be reacting to House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 3.
That's right.
I'm very excited. Last time, there was a twin battle.
That's right.
To the death. Well, more than one death.
Yeah, rest in peace, Eric and Eric.
Eric and... Well, yeah, I guess like... Eric and Arik, technically. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter now.
Yeah.
It's very sad. I don't think there's too much I wanted to cover from last time, except I guess like we have seen Madame Sylvie before, actually, and I completely forgot about it.
That's right. Somebody in the comments.
Yeah. I was like,
oh,
you are totally right. And I completely forgot about her. I think it was just like such a small part last season.
Yeah.
And it totally skipped my mind because we didn't end up like rewatching season 1 in its entirety. Like we just did we watched like a recap video on it. And so some of the like finer details from season 1, like they're gone. That was a while ago. Oh, the rat catchers. Somebody commented that in the books, because all of the rat catchers were killed, that's why the cats were brought into King's Landing.
Yeah, Otto Hightower.
Yeah.
He brought in like, what,
100 cats? That was my favorite trivia. And Sir Pounce.
Sir Pounce, yeah.
Eventually.
So they were implying that like that's the reason why there's so many cats in the original series.
Mm-hmm. And why like Arya had cats to chase when she was learning from the water dancer.
Yeah.
Also, Kristen Cole, new hand.
That's right. Even he was shocked by that appointment.
I think this is going to be devastating for the realm.
Yeah.
This is not going to be good.
It's the blind leading the blind now.
Yeah. Like, he's really good at being a horrible person. He's really good at killing innocent people. He's a good fighter.
Being a hypocrite?
And being a hypocrite. But yeah, I just don't think he has the political strategy required to be the Hand of the King.
Yeah. But the number one quality he does have is he will do whatever he asks.
Whatever
Aegon asks.
Which is the worst quality in a hand, I think, probably,
yeah.
in a way.
You don't really want a sycophant just on your council.
No, well, and also just because Aegon has 0 experience.
Yeah.
Like, ruling, Viserys did not prepare him for that because he didn't actually want him to be king.
It's true.
And
he's young, and he's impulsive.
Yeah. That actually leads us to the poll results.
Oh.
We asked who is the rightful heir in your eyes.
Drum roll.
I don't think it's shocking. But I was interested to find out. Whopping, massive majority was for Rhaenyra. I think that's...
Being the rightful heir?
Being the rightful heir.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was only 2 people voted for Aegon. And then 2 people said somebody else, actually.
There were some good debates, though. But...
Yeah, so I screenshotted a couple comments here. Daniel said, as sad as the whole situation is, I can kind of see the perspective from both sides. In the end, it's just people traumatizing each other, like how most humans do to each other, as always. But yeah, still Team Black, and I read the book also, lol. But yeah, see, Team Black for sure there. Reg Media said, Team Black all day, the whole thing is a shit show. Agreed. Bishy said, they all suck, but Rhaenyra sucks the least. Also, the previous king named her heir. He did. Irby said, the Blacks are the rightful heirs. There was a really interesting comment on YouTube, actually, from Darius read it before. They said, if the Great Council of 101 had chosen Rhaenys over Viserys, we wouldn't be in this mess. Likely a mess, but not this one.
It's true.
I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. There was another comment, but I couldn't find it this morning. But somebody had agreed with you.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry. Spoiler alert. We are watching this in the morning on Canada Day. We were out at a barbecue last night, and so much to my chagrin, we were watching it in the morning. I stayed completely off of social media because I was like, I will get spoiled if I even open Instagram, so I cannot basically even look at my phone. So yes, it is morning. It is Monday morning. But I think we're ready for it.
We're ready.
We're ready for it. You want to just get into the episode?
Let's do it.
Okay. Season 2, Episode 3. We don't know the title.
Let's see if we can name it halfway through.
They've been pretty obvious names so far.
I've been finding them almost a little bit too spoiling.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, it's nice, kind of an odd choice.
Yeah, it's nice that we don't get the title ahead of time then.
That's true for us, but I mean for everybody who's watching it,
later
a week later, 2 weeks later.
I don't know. I think at least on our app, I think it keeps the name off until you've watched it.
Oh, that's clever.
I think. Okay. I love how in the subtitles it says epic theme playing. I watched a couple other reactions from other channels, and yeah, I'm not the only one who wants this tapestry as a blanket. I think it would be so cool.
I don't know why the art, I don't know what it reminds me of. It's like Japanese kind of designs, or...
Is it?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what the tapestry reminds me of.
It's pretty unique. I don't know. I'm not an art history buff at all. If anybody out there knows what style would you say that is? Because it's really cool. Maybe it's something totally different.
Sort of a fusion of different styles, yeah.
Oh, is that new?
It might be. Is that the funeral set?
Oh, it is! Okay, so they're literally adding the stuff in from the previous episodes.
You think they're caught up already?
Well, that was Jaharis at the funeral procession, and then the rat catchers. Geeta Vasant Patel. Loving the female directors.
Yeah. These definitely new names.
Yeah. Aaron Bracken.
Can you even get that thing up?
Well enough for killing Blackwoods.
This is our land.
So this is kind of showing some of the houses having...
It's Bracken land.
Yeah, this just seems like
fights.
Teenager squabbles.
But are these people on
what did you say?
Opposite sides of this? I'm assuming this family is supporting one side and that family is supporting the other side.
Your false queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Aegon Targaryen is no true king, just as you are no true knight.
Ooh, them's fighting words.
Little.
They love the C word in this show.
They do. It's also just kind of sad. This isn't their war.
Yeah.
They're fighting for wars that have nothing to do with them.
Oh my god.
Dead.
A lot of dead people. Is this the Riverlands?
It makes sense.
I need to look at a map.
He is the basest of villains. He sullies the grave of his brother.
I mean, she has enough heart that she's burying them together. I feel the Greens wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
If the situation was reversed.
Rhaenyra and Alicent kind of have that in common.
Mm-hmm.
Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place.
That is easy enough. They usurped my throne.
That is one answer. Or was it when the child was beheaded?
She absolutely knows that was Daemon.
When last we met, Alicent said I would make a fine queen. You've seen what has happened since then.
She came to me in the hours after your Lord Father's death. She knows war is coming. There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin.
Yeah. I feel even just the fight between the Erics is a representation of this entire kinslaying theme of the whole...
It's true.
The whole thing.
What she did
It is not her but the men around her who seek bloodshed.
She permitted it.
As you permitted the murder of a
Yeah,
little
I was
girl
going to
in
say, that's
Spain.
not fair to blame that on Alicent. Tough first date? Is this the first time they've had actual green banners up?
What has it been before?
Well, I
It's
don't know.
been quite some time already.
I mean, at the funeral they were wearing black, but I mean, obviously
Yeah.
it's like a funeral procession. But it was all like black and gold. Oh, they're lazy. I feel like he doesn't have a good grip on anything.
Yeah, things are falling apart here.
This isn't like if he's gonna fuck this up. It's how is he
When
gonna
and
fuck
how.
this up?
When and how?
Forgive my lateness.
Important business, no doubt.
You've appointed new knights to the Kingsguard, Your Grace.
To replace those we lost.
The last one needlessly, some might say.
Yeah. Some might say that.
He failed because the scheme was rash.
Perhaps, Your Grace, but we cannot all hide in our castles waiting for war to come to us.
As now it surely will.
House Bracken took it upon themselves to attack the Blackwoods, who declared for the Pretender. First blood in our name.
I'm not entirely certain we can declare this a victory. It's no true war.
He has that dagger. He doesn't even know anything about his family's history with it.
It's like picking his teeth with it.
Yeah, essentially.
Your Lord Uncle Ormond marches from Old Town at the head of a great host, Your Grace. And your brother Darren's dragon.
Oh,
near striking
Darren!
Age call on them to suppress the Riverland.
I wonder if we'll meet him this episode.
Ah, the great military mind of the Citadel. Do
I
remind
served
me,
around
which
with
link in your
Admiral
chain
Grand
denotes the art
Master
of
as
war?
such.
Oh my god.
The Riverlands are the key to the war. Harrenhal is the key to the Riverlands. I will ride out with those I can muster here. Men I know, men are trained.
Oh.
Isn't that where Damon was going?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So Kristen and Damon will likely meet there.
I hope Damon crisps him and he can be Sir Crispy Cole.
So impatient to ride with so few men. So like to be destroyed by the first stronghold you meet.
What say you, my king?
And you'll take Aemond and Vhagar.
Vhagar will remain here.
Oh, that's a mistake.
I'll come too with Sunfire.
Aegon.
Your Grace.
You'll need a dragon.
My plan is not to draw attention. We will be more like to encounter one if we field one of our own.
Okay, so he's not a complete
It's a brave
idiot,
thought.
but...
Yeah.
But we cannot risk your loss.
See smoke! That's
Is that who that
late.
is?
Yeah, it said sea smoke screeching.
Oh.
I thought last time sea smoke was at Driftmark, but this is
I was told you turned back from your ship to bring warning.
Dragonstone.
You saved my life.
What is the life of a queen worth these days?
You wish to be rewarded.
As I would think, you would wish to reward me.
What price would you set?
A place at your court.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Yes. This is what I wanted.
You showed me grace when you could have withheld it.
I mean, Rhaenyra letting her go, keeping her word, is literally what saved her life.
Yep.
I know the workings of the Red Keep and the movements of those who serve there.
She'd be so useful.
And what is my worth to you?
Take her. Take her. Take her.
I would punish the High Towers for what they have done. But more than that, I know the struggles of the small folk of King's Landing. They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. And only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful. Are they always like this?
He's like crying.
Maybe he's lonely.
I wonder if the Damon's other daughter who doesn't have a dragon will take sea smoke.
Oh, maybe.
Rhaena.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Your Grace.
Go get that dragon girl.
I decided to send Joffrey to Ward with my cousin, Lady Jane Arryn. Aegon and Viserys will accompany him until a place of greater safety can be found. I want you to go with them. Write to Prince Reggio. If he will have you, then go to him.
Prince Reggio.
I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot. Teach them, train them.
So young herself.
Guard them as a
Yeah.
dragon guards her eggs.
And my sister?
I need Baela here.
Because she has a dragon.
I cannot promise
Yeah.
to make you happy. Make this sacrifice willingly.
Your Grace.
I get that she like wants to be useful, but like someone's like, go to safety. That's so bad. I feel like
it's
she's
also just
gonna.
So far from
Oh my god. Okay, Damon, what are you doing? God, that dragon's weird.
Is this Harrenhal? Where is this?
I think so. Yeah, looks like a melted castle. What's he going to do? If the Greens are stationed here, would they not have scorpions at Harrenhal as well. We didn't get to see as much of the inside of Harrenhal.
No,
like
but
even in Game of Thrones. I mean, we knew it's a ruin, but like
it's as leaky as I thought it would be.
I want to get that roof fixed.
Yep. I think I saw an image of him like in that position on one of the promos. Like, was that like the title or what the screen grab there?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Ooh. Bats are cute, but I mean, if they're flying at you.
So we know that Harrenhal was built by the Iron Islanders, right?
Yeah. Harren the Black.
Harren the Black.
And the day the last stone was laid was when Aegon Targaryen landed.
Aegon the Conqueror came.
Yeah.
Just melted it.
What does he see? Nothing? Oh, because it's like haunted, right? Like that's what they all say. It's like you can still hear the screams of like the families that perished there.
Yeah, it's like it's not like nobody wants to inhabit it, but if you're at war, it's a necessary place to.
Yeah, the geographic location is very strategically relevant, and there, it has many lands associated with it as well.
Yeah.
But this is also where the Strongs died. Remember? They had Harrenhal. Do this. Doesn't matter. Oh.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Wow.
Apparently so.
This is like Michael Scott yelling, "I declare bankruptcy." I declare Harrenhal.
Okay, who is this guy now? I can't remember.
I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal. Pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name.
What an odd scene.
Mm-hmm.
That venison is well aged.
So this is like what's left of the Strongs besides Larys.
Yeah.
I'll admit that my cook's peas aren't exactly the stuff of legend, but poison.
Well, it's an easy way to kill a dragon rider.
It's very distrustful.
He who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. He's a scourge upon this castle and this family.
Is it
Do you not think
known
it's
that he killed
strange
them?
that his father,
I think so.
my nephew,
yeah,
Lord Lionel, perished by fire, and his
So
son
he's
too?
questioning it. Like he's like, I think that's what happened.
It was the first fire here since Balerion ended the line of Harren the Black.
Harrenhal is the largest castle in the Seven Kingdoms.
Well, it is also, not to be argumentative, in something of a state of disrepair.
Just a little.
Well, that is precisely why we must bring it into a state of repair.
How are you going to fix this castle?
In time.
Yeah.
To be useful.
Houses Bracken and Blackwood have long detested one another.
Why?
The answer to that is lost in time.
This guy looks and talks like Samuel Tarly.
Bit.
That would be Lord Grover Tully, but he grows frail. It's said that he can no longer speak, nor seal his bowels.
Seal his bowels.
If you are successful, well, when you are successful, what then?
Careful, careful.
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
It's not that simple. Okay, there's gonna be some like actual action in this episode, I feel like, right? Like
I don't know. I mean, they're building suspense.
Your hostess mustard
war
and ready
and
to
all that,
march.
but
you get a haircut? Looks terrible.
So, Kristen,
What
may I
did you do to
present
your
my
hair?
brother, Sir Gawain Hightower, arrived last night from Eltown.
So, Kristen.
Sir Gawain, welcome to King's Landing.
3 long months on the road to find my Lord Father, who served 3 kings faithfully, unseated as Hand of the King.
Yikes.
this is who Otto said he was going to go bring here, right?
No.
No?
Sir Gawain has volunteered to accompany you.
He was talking about Darren, her son.
Who's in Old Town?
Yes.
Okay.
But she told him to go to the Tyrells instead, though.
May the Seven guide you. Good night. And lead you not into shadow and death.
That didn't seem sincere.
I thank your grace for her prayers, and request that she grant her favor, that her Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings. Your Grace.
Complicated relationship there.
Oh, I love the armor on that horse. But yes. Oh my god.
Now who did they hang?
Oh, I think it's...
Still the rat catchers?
I don't know.
These guys can't get enough of the hangings. So what, this is what? Hightowers and Tyrells? What is that? Army?
Not Tyrells, because they're not decided yet, I thought.
They've penetrated our castle walls, and now the Riverlands are aflame after the Battle of the Burning Mill.
The Battle of the Burning Mill.
Dragons. Send them all out. Start turning green strongholds to our cause. And burn those who resist.
No. If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction.
The value of a sword is not within its scabbard.
She needs to get rid of these dudes.
I mean, choosing your council is also a diplomatic thing too.
I know.
Sometimes you can only make alliances by promise.
Your Grace, you have witnessed firsthand just how vulnerable you are.
He proposed to conduct the war in my absence.
It would merely be a precaution.
It would be treason.
They really don't respect her.
This council
Rainy's
would do well to
sensing that
remember
too.
that their queen wears the crown of my grandsire.
Yeah.
Jaehaerys the Conciliator, the wisest of Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's.
Mic drop.
It's also a new council too, like you don't have the history.
There hadn't been war for so long before this, right? A lot of them maybe aren't very experienced.
I am no longer an invalid.
Okay, they're so cute together. It's like the only good relationship, healthy relationship in the whole show.
You're not a fan of the Damon Rhaenyra relationship?
No.
What's wrong with a little bit of uncle?
Okay, get out of here.
Loving.
Joffrey. A boy of 6 who knows nothing of the sea.
It would displease neither Rhaenyra nor the gods if Rhaena were named heir to Driftmark.
Oh, interesting.
Rhaena, Lord of the Tides. The girl knows nothing of ships, nor even of dragons.
There is Rhaena or there is Joffrey.
This is like the second time they've mentioned that this episode. She's getting a dragon this episode.
Yeah.
Or soon.
And if there is no time, we are at war, Corlys. If something were to befall you.
Something that concerns me about this whole family line is that we don't really hear about them in the original series.
That's true. Yeah, it's like, where did the Valarians go?
Yeah.
I cannot spare a fighting dragon, but I send what I can. Stormcloud and Tyraxes are small, but they will grow.
I will be safe enough, far away from any danger, with only babes to nurse me. And may yet find yourself glad to be out of harm's way. Do not coddle me, Baela.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She wants to be in it, though.
These eggs are even more fragile. But should all come to ruin here.
Why does that look like things like at a Chinese buffet? Like,
Oh yeah.
spring rolls.
There's gonna be some health inspector checking the temperature of them.
Oh. Like, she's really trusting her with her little kids. Like, I feel like
kids, like 2 dragons and
4 eggs. That's not nothing.
It's just a passive position, though. That's what's
I know, but
upsetting her.
but
And also, she'll be the only one who's separated from everybody.
yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like
it's not like she's perfectly safe in Pentos or where she's sending her.
no, they're going.
They're going across the narrow sea.
Didn't they say they're taking her to Lady Jane Eyre? She needs to remind her.
Oh, was that also part of the agreement?
Yeah, because she wanted a dragon. Yeah, so she's sending little ones.
That makes sense.
Yeah. She's like, they'll grow. Remind her that.
I feel sad about Jaehaerys. But I ought not to, I think. People die all the time.
She's just really trying to cope.
Mm-hmm.
Helena,
I forgive you.
What?
For your sin?
I said that I forgive you.
Forgive you for what?
Well,
For distracting
for
Sir Kristen.
for distracting her guard. Yeah. Well, I guess Sir Kristen's her guard, but still.
A sight to stir the passions. Aegon the Conqueror reborn.
Just get on with it.
Is he drunk?
Only that I think it would benefit all of us to prevent our king from being brutally slain by our enemies and his body parts scattered to beasts
let it
in his
happen.
court come to ruin. Would you not agree? What exquisite armor?
I was given the Conqueror's name and his crown, so I shall wear his armor to war.
Oh, wow.
It's literally his armor.
Yeah.
Wow.
He doesn't look very, like, regal, though. Like, I don't know.
Well, he's standing on a tiny little pedestal thing.
I know, but just, like, I don't know. He just has, like, weak shoulders.
Not the weak shoulders.
Another is that his grace was outwitted by his councillors and persuaded to fly to war with Sir Kristen, so the Queen Alicent may reign in his absence, with Prince Aemond at her side. Absurd, of course.
Oh, he's such a snake.
Who spreads these lies?
You do.
Much little.
He literally could have just made that up and said it to him.
Lord Larys, my father, always said he had no use for a master of whisperers. I find myself wanting for one. I should be glad of your talents.
Well, that makes sense. So now he gets the official title. I mean, he does give, like, well, he was more like Baelish vibes, actually, I think, than Varys.
Yeah. Varys had more honest truths, I guess, when he used to
He's
give.
more like, or, I guess, yeah, like Mysteria is more like Varys.
Yeah.
I think mayhaps I shall fly another day.
Because she's also interested in
It does seem
protecting the
wise
realm,
on
too.
reflection.
Oh, he's not going.
He's never fucked a woman.
You're sworn to chastity now.
Ugh.
Yes, Your Grace.
He's like, oh, I'm surrounded by idiots.
No, I think he's the one being naive.
Well, but
He thinks that they actually uphold their vows of chastity.
Yeah.
It's just like the Night's Watch, right? Like,
But they're also
saying
just
like
like,
most of them will go down to the brothels.
but like these guys are just, they'll agree with anything he says though, right? Like, they're like, oh yes, upon reflection. There's this. Oh, this is the guy who like noticed the rat catchers last time. Who is he?
Sit yourself down, mate. I've been telling this fella all about you.
Not sure I'm much for talking.
He seems like the biggest gossip.
A wet whistle works wonders.
So buy me a drink, I'll tell you some.
Tell you whatever you want to know.
Spill the tea.
Spill the ale.
Yeah.
Although it's said even Dawn mourned the passing of my grandsire, is that so?
Who was your grandsire?
What?
They call him the Conciliator.
King Jaehaerys.
Oh, is he like a Targaryen bastard?
I don't know.
Or just pretending to be?
You are saying you're a Targaryen?
I'm the son of Balon the Brave.
Bastard brother to Prince Daemon.
Uncle to the one true queen, Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Oh, interesting.
Men would take my head for it.
If it's true. I mean, he has like lightish hair, but like,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
kind of
know.
interesting. Is he gonna burn himself to prove it?
Yeah, because I'm their half-brother, you fuckwits.
all right.
Yeah, I'll tell you who else doesn't have silver hair. The rightful heir
class
to the
act.
Iron Throne, my nephew, Prince Jaehaerys Velaryon.
Those are dangerous things to be saying in King's Landing. Oh my god.
Drinks for all. At the pleasure of the crown.
What timing?
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Well, it's on the crown. Don't mind if I do.
I know, just a teaser for you, my boy.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. That'd be so overwhelming.
Oh, Sylvie.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
You have come so far, and yet you still lie with your very first.
He is wasted.
Did you fuck her like a hound? Woo!
A greyhound?
I was on to something. Is he gonna do something messed up, like force those two to have
She's
sex?
now very much occupied.
The virgin and her.
Your squire is welcome to her.
Wow.
All right. Got some full frontal dong there.
So much. That's... He's no Hodor.
No. Good lord.
Oh, is that the letter from Allison that she's never read?
Hmm.
It had a green seal on it, so.
Yeah.
That would be a high tower sigil.
Sir Gawain! Out! Our company is camped back yonder.
On the cold, hard ground, which is why we make for the Bull, a tavern with an excellent reputation on the Rosby Road. If it soothes your brow, Cole, we will rendezvous with your army at first light.
Oh.
We're exposed.
What? Cole?
Get to the tree!
Oh my god. I was like, that's not an eclipse. Oh, her dragon's cool. Its wings almost look like tie-dyed or something. Oh my god. Are we actually gonna get crispy Cole?
I don't know.
Dragon's pretty small. But, I mean, they don't have... Oh my god. Oh.
Where's the rest of the army? On the other side of the
Yeah,
open field?
Yeah. Well, they're camping somewhere.
Moon dancer.
Yeah. Not a proponent of like forest fires, but just light them up. Flush them out.
That's a big forest, though.
Yeah, I guess.
So there's!
But now she has intel. Yeah, of their movements. Took him down a peg or two.
Sir Kristen Cole. With some half-dozen other knights, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, he might not be like the great political strategist, but I mean, he is a military strategist for sure.
Yeah.
Could you be certain it was Cole from such a great height?
It was not such a great height, Your Grace. You said not to engage, so I didn't. Exactly.
I just got within a few feet of them. No big deal.
This is why you must act now, Your Grace. Loose the dragons, root Cole out, and burn him.
But she just read the letter.
Yeah.
She's gonna be feeling a little bit more empathetic. Just looking at Rainey's.
I have heard your arguments.
I'm guessing she's gonna go restrained.
And will consider them.
Yeah, like I kind of don't want to be the first one to make the move, right? Like, I mean, I guess, yeah.
Well,
as much as I wanted Bela to burn Sir Christian, like, that would have been not great.
Rhaenyra and Alicent don't want a bunch of people to die for this.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually staying here. Need some buckets.
This just seems like you're gonna get sick here for sure. It's like mold everywhere.
Surely there's black mold. He's barred the doors with a sword. They're making all these like ghostly noises.
Yeah.
He's gonna open it, there's gonna be freaking nobody there. Oh, is that gonna be that girl from earlier?
I'm guessing.
She seemed like she had like a defiant kind of what?
Always coming and going, aren't you?
Is that like Emma?
And I have to clean up after.
Oh no!
It's young Rhaenyra.
Oh! Ew.
She says I have to come cleaning up after you.
Oh, that's so... Oh. Oof.
Harrenhal is legit haunted.
Is this that woman now?
You will die in this place.
Who is she? Who is that?
What do you know of the movements of Alicent Hightower?
Would you take her hostage? Or kill her outright?
I would speak with her, myself.
Secret meeting?
The problem is that Alicent doesn't have the same power as her.
You can have a message brought to her.
Yeah.
In secret.
She would not agree to it. She would suspect some subterfuge. I must see her. Face to face.
There are fishing boats aplenty in the bay. Damon made the journey unhindered.
But if I'm recognized?
In his crime hoodie?
But most folk pay no mind to a woman who has not dressed as a queen.
Dressed as a commoner.
There is one place Alicent goes. Outside the castle walls.
The Sept.
Where you may yet find her alone.
This is...
risky.
It's literally daytime.
Hiding in broad daylight.
She's dressed as like a septa?
Yeah.
Oh, that is clever. At least she's hiding the blonde a little better than Damon did.
Yeah.
Not that he got caught, but...
Just a loose cloak.
Yeah.
Is that where they're going? Septa Baela?
Yeah. I guess they'd have to go during the day because that's when Alicent would be there, right?
Yeah.
Somebody gonna recognize her?
If somebody is, it's gonna be one of the guards, right?
Yeah. Although he did replace a bunch of guards recently. They just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good luck that frickin' Christian isn't with her.
To see her?
Well, because normally he would be the one going with her, right? He's like her sworn sword.
But it's not good luck. They know it where Kristen is.
No, sure, yes.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant. But I just meant like that this opportunity has presented itself, I guess.
She's like, why are you so close to me?
No, no. What?
Why does she have a blade?
It's just to make sure she doesn't scream, I guess.
If I could cry out, your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain. Though not before I killed you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I have begun badly.
Can we start over?
Reset.
Rhaenys has counselled me. She said she saw in you a wish to avert the worst of what may now come.
So you've come to surrender then?
No.
Your allies turn from you and they hear of your depravity. Your hands are bloody to no crime. I could never have imagined you.
The trespass was not mine.
I feel like they're kind of loud. This is kind of conspicuous, no?
They're like whisper yelling.
I saw the king that night. Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne. And yet you will maintain that his mind was changed in an instant.
I will.
You lie.
If there was some like real communication going on here, they could have a conversation about what he specifically said, and Rhaenyra could be like, well, actually, that's this other thing.
Times unkind, but never untrue.
It's the wrong Aegon.
I pronounce before all gathered in that room that you
Maybe
make a fine queen.
Use some different names.
That's what this is all down to. Instead of having Rhaenyra, Rhaenys, Rhaeny, like...
Well, Aegon, and Aegon.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say at the end?
Oh.
Ugh, she's not gonna say what he said.
He was weary. It was hard at times to understand.
Spit it out.
But he spoke Aegon's name.
What did he say specifically?
Come on, verbatim.
He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
What?
I desire peace as you do, but if it's ever
Did my father use those words? The prince that was promised. Did he?
Yes, he did.
He spoke to you of the Song of Ice and Fire?
She's like, what? Like, he did, but she doesn't know that. She doesn't understand it.
She's like, go read those books, please.
About Aegon the Conqueror.
Oh my god, is she gonna, like, actually realize she was wrong?
Conqueror.
The thing is, does it matter at this point?
Yeah, it's
Allison's
too late, man.
influence is just too weak at this point.
You must go before you are discovered. There's been a mistake. There's been no mistake. Please.
Ugh.
You can prevent this, Allison.
But, like, what is she gonna say?
Take him off the throne. Like, how do you undo
Do
this?
not let your pride blind you.
There's been no mistake.
Okay, and she's just straight up denying it, too.
She's denying it now. I bet you she'll go and, like, read one of those, like, fairy tale books. Or one of those histories.
It's too late, Rhaenyra. Allison.
It's almost like we should have had this conversation really long time ago.
Ultimately, it doesn't really matter, though, right? The whole point is that, like, the High Towers and all these people, like Otto specifically.
Well, they were scheming.
They're
from
scheming,
the first,
right?
Yeah.
You find whatever claims you can, and here and there.
Ugh.
That's it, folks. So not much action, like fighting
No,
wise.
I was hoping that there was gonna be
But
a little more.
tension is building.
But this whole show is just like anxiety inducing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like so much more than in Game of Thrones. Like, it's I obviously I really like it, but it's different in that it's like it's darker. There's more tension. There's really not much in terms of like comic relief like there is in Game of Thrones a little, you know? Like it's just like it's so serious.
I think that's just because there's only one plot line. Whereas in the Game of Thrones series, it's like one plot line's getting super heavy and stressful. Another one can be lighter.
Yeah.
And a little bit more, I don't know.
There's not like room for that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it needs it. I'm just saying like that it's like...
Yeah, you're definitely on the edge of your seat.
You're on the edge of your seat the
Stressed
whole
out.
time.
I like this episode though.
Yeah. Okay. So Bela is off with the dragons. She did not claim
So you
sea
think
smoke, but I
she-
feel like there's maybe still an opportunity for that. I don't know.
You think she's going into the Ire?
The Eyrie?
Eyrie.
Well, yeah, she's at least taking
With Lady Jane, is that who's there?
Lady Jane Eyre. She's
Yeah.
at least taking at least one of the dragons there, I think.
Two, right?
Well, they have two, but like I don't. Yeah, maybe they're taking them both there with the eggs.
And
But they did
4
talk
eggs.
about Prince Reggio and Pentos, so I might have to rewatch that part. Or you guys can maybe whatever I'm confusing here, you can explain it because they did mention like both of those places. I feel like she's got to get a dragon because like even like last season, her mother was talking to her about how like she was able to claim Vagar like later on.
Yeah.
You know, so like I just feel like there's this setup for that happening.
I'm kind of predicting that there's going to be a lot of Valyrian deaths soon.
Valarian?
Yeah. Like I think it's...
Corlys isn't going to make it out of this season.
Yeah, and even the younger ones too. I don't know.
The
Because
sisters.
we just don't know where they go, right? Like knowing what we know about...
Yeah.
Either they, like completely just leave and try to live a peaceful life somewhere, or are they going to die fighting, or...
Yeah.
Or did they just lose the name with like breeding? You know what I mean? Like somebody marrying somebody and the name kind of just dies out.
Yeah, it seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Okay, Balon the Brave, the bastard brother of Viserys and Daemon.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Little
That's interesting.
subplot. He's just running his mouth at the tavern. We don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
I thought there was for sure going to be an
And also
altercation at that pub.
But he is on Rhaenyra's side, like, which is a dangerous position to hold in King's Landing. But like, is this guy actually related, or is this just a gossip guy who's just like using this whole situation to for some sort of personal gain?
And even if he is, what's the point? Like what?
Yeah.
Like what is?
I just feel like it's dangerous to be making the statements that he was making. I'm not seeing what he's getting out of it.
Right.
Yeah. That's really interesting. And that lady, I'm assuming she's a strong, or maybe she's just one of the people that works for them. I don't know. But she told Daemon he was going to die at Harrenhal.
Yeah.
that was...
I could see that coming true. Not like soon, but like maybe that'll be his final, you know, like a couple seasons down the road. Some sort of big battle at Harrenhal. Especially if he actually stays there, right? Like if that's going to be where he's garrisoned. A big showdown with him. Who else would be there? Aemond. Sir Kristen Cole. Big showdown there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see more of Harrenhal. I like its creepy vibes.
Well, we might be, I don't know, getting some sort of like Westeros home renovation.
Oh, yeah.
At Harrenhal.
All right, so we're making predictions about what? Episode 4, Micro shows up to do. Is that the guy who does all the home renovations
Who?
there? Micro?
Mike Holmes.
Mike Holmes. Who's Micro?
I have no idea.
Mike Holmes.
Oh, there's this one is another thinker. Like there's just a lot.
Also, I'm happy that what's her name? White Worm has joined the council.
Assyria, yeah.
And
I wanted that.
She's kind of a wild card. So she wants vengeance against the High Towers.
Yeah, she does.
So she's got a lot of intel, but she's also very biased. So.
But I think like her bias is still kind of like in Rhaenyra's favor, right? Like they're.
Yeah, but she might favor telling her things that are going to lead her to act.
That's true.
More rashly. Anyway, so far she's been helpful, right?
Yeah.
She gave her good intel about where Alicent would be.
Mm-hmm. I mean, her recommendation was like, just take her out.
Just kill her right there.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, what would that help?
It wouldn't, because literally, like, especially out in the open like that, then Rhaenyra would have been like completely at risk.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we've now had 2 instances of like sneaky assassin plots.
Yeah.
So I think that's done now. Like they're not going to do that again. Now it's going to be
just battle, hand-to-hand combat, dragon fighting. We're ready.
Well, we saw at the very beginning there was kind of like the outcome of a battle. So, but I want that gave me like season 1 Game of Thrones vibes where it's like there's no budget for a battle scene.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay,
you can only do like one.
Yeah, like Tyrion gets knocked out and then it's like you just see the aftermath of the battle. Kind of gave that.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand why we wouldn't have seen that battle. It's not necessarily like hugely significant to the plot, just that more so the outcome is. So,
We also didn't have major characters to follow really, so.
No.
Should we give it a rating or what?
Yeah. 3.5.
This is a tough one to rate. It had good tension. Technically, not a lot happened.
Yeah.
Technically, I like the Harrenhal scenes. I'm gonna give 3 3/4.
No, I'm not doing that.
Just to make your
half or whole. Those are your options.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Okay.
But really, it's 3 3/4.
No. Poll.
Oh, we're doing another poll?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll think of one.
Have to think on this one. I feel like I really need to rewatch this episode even.
Yeah, maybe.
There's just so much fine detail in it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
We'd like to take a quick second to thank all our Patreon subscribers listed here.
Yeah. Right there.
I'm there. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.